All right, all right, all right. Hi, my darlings. Hi, my loves. It's your girl, Queen Lisa, and I am back with my cup of tea and some more tea for y'all. To all my new and returning subscribers, welcome, welcome, welcome. Grab a seat. If you do like the content that I share with you all today, please make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, make sure you hit that notification bell so that you're notified each and every time I do upload. And without further ado, we're going to jump right on in. Honey, I done got some honey on my hands on this damn cup. But anyway, let me start over with my spiel. Welcome, welcome, welcome to all my new and returning subscribers. If you do like the content that I share with you all today, please make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, make sure you hit that notification bell so that you're notified each and every time I do upload. And without further ado, we're going to jump into this energy. I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to gather on in, and then I'll jump on in. All right, y'all. We're going to jump on in, y'all. Give y'all a few minutes to gather on in. We're going to jump on in. So, with this first card that we have out here representing surrender, um, you're throwing in the towel when it comes to these people who have constantly put you in situations to where they're refusing to accept you as you are. They have constantly had you in situations where you feel like you have to keep extending the olive branch to meet them where they're at. You always had to negotiate with them to keep open lines of communication, um, to be accepted. Um, they gaslighted you into having hope and faith and believing that there will be some type of peace, some type of reckoning, in reference to getting the relationships on the level in which they will be maintainable. These relationships that you're trying to maintain were never meant to maintain. They were just simply in your life for a reason and a season. And now you have woken up to it, to owning it. That's what's putting you in. Hi, Raya. Hi, darling. That's what's putting you in the position to say, fuck it, I give up. I see the game that's being played, and it may have took you a little longer than others, but you figured out the name to the game, and you said, I'm through. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. You don't want to fuck with me. I'm tired of trying to quote unquote make you, or you tired of quote unquote trying to fit into a square you was never made to fit into or be in the beginning. So you just said fuck it, I'm not gonna worry about this shit no more. That's y'all. That's the type of, what you call expectations that you want to have for me, excuse me, per se, to be accepted or fit in to whatever bubble they in. And you said, I'm not into that shit. You desire what God has placed in your heart to desire, and you're ready to fulfill those desires. You are ready for good luck and pure love to enter into your life. So you had to move around, get away from, unplug from this fucking fan that kept fanning this shit into your life. You feel what I'm saying? Fanning out this particular aroma that was alluring at a particular point in time, that was making you say, what's that smell? That smells good. Now that shit stank. It don't smell good no more. And so now they like, oh, well, this smell once upon a time attracted this person. And why they don't want to smell it now is because you realize that that was poison you was smelling. That sweet smell was poison, and it had you uh Lulu. It had you delusional when it came to these people. So when you unplugged that fan and you stopped smelling that shit, you was able to regain consciousness and realize that that was a bunch of bullshit. Um, okay, Ms. Raya, I would love to go in depth for you. My information is listed below in the description. Go ahead and shoot me an email, baby, and I will get back to you, okay? I want to discuss, your personal matters in a general reading. So just send me an email, baby, and I'll get back to you, and we can discuss and see, you know, what avenues we need to go down to, get your answer for you, okay? Now, with this, it's like you launched yourself off of your own launch pad and say, here, this is what I want, this is what I'm going to do, and you put that in place, you implemented that, you changed the color of your flag to match your identity, to match your beliefs, and now you are in this self-belief energy. You're believing in yourself. You don't need nobody else but the Lord. You feel what I'm saying? You don't need nobody to gas you up. You don't need no cheerleaders to put you in a position to believe in yourself. You just need a time to yourself. You see what I'm saying? And you were the source. You were the seed that they didn't want to sprout. They just wanted to keep cutting you off. You know how you cut a plant off right when it begins to sprout to create other sprouts? That's what they kept doing to you. They kept cutting you off in your when you were meant to grow and grow in certain areas. They kept cutting you off when you began to bud, and using you as fertilizer to create replicas of you, to create false positions for others to fill. It was not meant to be a shared position. Your position that held many positions wasn't meant to be divvied up and put multiple people in these positions. Your position was to be able to obtain and hold all these positions on your own. They wanted to split that amongst them and said, not one man can't have all that power. That's how they were seeing you. Why they tried to break you down the way they was trying to break you down. But see, now you are protecting yourself from these people, and you're able to fertilize yourself. You're cleansing yourself. You know you are the source, so you're pouring into the source, which is into yourself, with self-love and self-care. You're fertilizing yourself with the things that you have been deprived of. You went and sought out the pure yourself and planted that within yourself, and you grew yourself up. You glowed yourself up because of what you chose to put in yourself, which was the Lord. Now you have been given clarity. And the clarity that you have been given shows you what these fake ass relationships was. Everybody was, oh, my beloved, my beloved. These people didn't love you. And you realize, by realizing these people didn't love you, you realize that they pushed you away from, caused strife between you and people who actually did love and care for you, because they knew if you were poured into correctly, if you received any type of divine love in the midst of their plot, plan, and scheme against you, it wouldn't work. So they sought after everybody who was seeking you and tried to destroy that relationship and connection between you and those individuals. And now that you begin to pour into yourself, you see that, and God is putting you in position to rectify with certain people, or God is rectifying it on your behalf and bringing these people back into your life the way they were meant to be in your life from to begin with. I'm telling you, all these obstacles and blockages from your ops is now being removed, never to return again. You're not going to have the same ops anymore. You may have new ops, new levels, new demons type shit, but it will never be your past recycling into your current, your present, or your future, causing blockages or stoppages in your life anymore. That's not going to happen. Balance has been restored. And now it's time to let you cook. You feel what I'm saying? With this season, God is seasoning you up well. for when you pop back out. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna be able to mess with you. See, you are in the final stage of cooking. You are getting the final ingredients to you're getting the final ingredients that you need added to your pot so that you can finally flourish, so that you can finally grow. You're in this endurance energy. This cactus energy that's surrounding you is your form of protection. Anybody who try to touch you is instant karma. Just like if you run up and try to touch a fucking cactus, what's gonna happen? That shit gonna stick your ass. It's gonna instantly hurt, right? Right. So that's what's happening to these people. They're getting a reality check about what they did to you. They didn't properly assess the situation. They didn't properly weigh out the pros and cons before they initiated this attack on you. So now you are put in a position to remain calm while God do handle these people for you. You feel what I'm saying? These people are being trapped, are caught up in the same traps that they set for you. They're falling into them. They're falling into themselves. And with them being trapped up, they're being forced to release you. Their hands are being tied. They can't do nothing else against you, towards you anymore. Now, the secret is you are being hidden from these people so they can't fuck with you no more. They're trying to investigate. They're trying to cloak themselves in energy like they used to in the past to get back into your life, to bully their way into your energy, but it's not working anymore. You don't trust these people. It's like you remember their face and you remember the case, and it's a no. You're reminding these people. You are walking billboard reminder of what they have done. Whether don't nobody know but them and you, they're reminded every time they see you, every time they think of you, every time they try to come for you. That energy, that what they did to you is thrown up in their face every time. It's brung up every time they try to come back to you from this moment moving forward. They ain't going to be able to move because they're going to be blocked and they're going to be stopped by what they have already done towards you. So they blocked their own self out. They eliminated their own self out of your life from what they did to you. They thought they was going to never have to pay the price for that, but the ultimate price they paying for that is not being able to have access to you anymore. And they don't like that. They don't even know how to handle that. They're just being put in a position where they have to sit back and watch you, and that alone is seducing. You feel what I'm saying? This mystical, this mystery, this shadow energy surrounding you where they can see you but they can't. They feel like they can fuck with you, but they know they can't type shit. Something unobtainable. That's what you have become unto these people. And now you're able to live out your passion. You're able to be passionate in life. You're able to exude every feeling, every emotion, every energetic wavelength that's flowing through you is flowing through you perfectly. People are able to perceive you from the right perception now. No distortion in the midst of all of this. That's what they're mad about. They can't distort people's view about you. They can't stop people from fucking with you no more. That tea is some kind of good, baby. Let's see what else Holy Spirit has for y'all. Thank you guys for the love. I see the hearts flowing. Thank y'all. Thank you. Yeah, see, you have drifted away from these people. And you found your happiness. You feel what I'm saying? You found your destination. You found where you're supposed to be. Your vision is clear. Now that the distractions and rain and all that dumb shit is gone. You feel what I'm saying? That's how you were able to get to this end point, because you seen what was going on. You went on about your merry way. And you left them to figure out their way. Once you unplug from this community of people, your energy dissipated so quickly. It's as quickly as they stole it from you, as quickly as it's being taken back from them. They ain't get no final warnings. They ain't get no notice about the cutoff or nothing. They just woke up one day and shit was gone. Everything started going wrong. It's like every day they wake up, a part of their life falls apart. Every day, it's like some of these people are scared to wake up because they don't know what's going to come the next day. They ain't able to, by the time they even get the chance to try to think about what the fuck they going through, here comes something else. You see what I'm saying? Like they can't catch a break. They can't get through one thing or even think about one thing before another thing comes into place. You see what I'm saying? Your journey, your spiritual journey, your spiritual destination, your spiritual decision to be who God wanted you to be, is why you're able to experience life the way you're experiencing it now. You cut those cords, you cut those old thoughts, you cut away all those things that you were doing to survive these people. You don't have to survive or suffer at the hand of these people no more. You feel what I'm saying? All you got to do when something comes in your life now that is causing upheaval or distracting you is just meditate the pain away, or meditate whatever the issue is away. God is going to give you the answers through meditation. Your meditation is going to bring you a lot of clarity in your life moving forward. When you are, indecisive, or you have muddled thinking when it comes to issues that arise in your life. Yeah, see, you're giving God the glory, the honor. You feel what I'm saying? And you're getting that in return from those who are meant to see you in this glorious energy. You feel what I'm saying? Some of you all are healing bonds with the family members who you were kept from, who your connection was purposely destroyed. These people, again, like I said, the people whose connection was purposely destroyed between you and them to keep them from pouring into you is now being restored. Now they're going to be able to enjoy you. They're going to be able to love on you with no interference. That's what this is. This is a no interference zone. They can't run game over here. Yeah. Now you're able to feel secure with this newfound balance that you have in your life. Your waters are still. Your waters are quiet. You have a safe haven that you can reside in and not worry about intrusions. You don't have to worry about intruders coming in, putting their nose where it don't belong. Yeah, you're able to retreat. You're able to recover. You feel what I'm saying? You was losing yourself. You was losing your self identity. You was forgetting who you was because you was fighting so hard to remain sane that you was losing pieces and parts of yourself along the way and didn't realize it. But they wanted it to be too late before you realized it. But God saved you before it became too late and made you great. Yeah. You're cutting these cords. You're burning these bridges. You are destroying all connections that have you tethered and tied to bad negative energy. Yeah, that's why God is saying, let her cook. Dum, 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 dum. Let her cook. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they was in fear of you stepping into your bounty. They was in fear of God renewing you and restoring you right before their eyes. They didn't want to watch that shit. They didn't want to see that shit. They didn't want to hear that shit coming out of people's mouths. They didn't want that shit bouncing off their eardrums, hearing about your success, hearing about you being better than them. Because in their mind, they have it set one way, and they going to make sure it play out that way by any means necessary. Because they was plugged into you, so they felt like, oh, we can just go in here and scramble this shit up because we already plugged in. We know how to get in. Oh, they doing something. It's like they had access to you in ways to where they could feel when things was going up, so they would know when to come to bring you back down. Like they was keeping you in check. Like, oh, your pressure going up. You rising above the level in which we set for you. Let's bring you back down. Yeah, now your wallet is full. You got wealth. You ain't got to worry about, you know what I'm saying, having a stash for a rainy day because that's within your budget. You feel what I'm saying? You're able to budget in rainy days, and you're able to prepare, a storehouse for you and your generations to come. That's what you're creating now. You're reaping your harvest. You're reaping your rewards from your efforts that you put in to keep yourself sane, to keep yourself sound, to keep yourself in one piece. Why these people wanted to keep you in shambles. Why they wanted you to keep fighting to figure out who you was. They thought if they created enough chaos in your life, you would just give up. You would feel like it's cheaper just to stay the way you are than to keep fighting to be who you are. Yeah. These people who tried to trap you, who are now, you know what I'm saying, stuck in the traps that they set for you, knew what they was trying to quote unquote trap, which was a sacred divine being. They wanted to tempt you with lust. They wanted to make you into a thirst trap where you use what you had to lure other people into their demise. You see what I'm saying? Your inspirational dreams and things, that's where they wanted to keep you. That's where your power resides. Your feminine sexuality is what they wanted to taint. That's what they wanted you to use to get what you wanted. They wanted you to misuse and abuse your power to get what you want instead of using it the right way to get what you want. Because they felt like they allowed you to get it the right way, they damn sure wouldn't have no way to take it from you. But if you went about it the wrong way and do it the right way, it's an easier target, it's an easier mark, it's easier for it to be taken from you because you didn't do it the right way to begin with. So then that's their satisfaction by saying, "Oh, you ain't do it right anyway. You fucked up anyway." So that's why you lost it. You didn't know how to you didn't get it the right way. Yeah. But because you went and sought out sacred knowledge, you read books, you picked up books, the wisdom that they thought they was depriving you of, you was getting it. You found another avenue to get what these people were depriving you from. See, while they spent their time trying to distort you, derail you, destroy you, you was finding ways to cover yourself, uplift yourself, strengthen yourself, encourage yourself, put yourself in position to that when one day when all this shit is said and done, you will reign supreme over these motherfuckers. Yeah. And see, what God is keeping disclosed from these people is your divine union that you're coming into, this divine romance, this love that you always had your heart set on receiving, the love that you always gave out to these people that made you so hard to let go. Even the hitmans, that's why all the hitmans fell in love with you, because of your true authentic energy, the divine love that dwelled within you. When they got a hit of that, it was like you became a drug. Like when the crack epidemic took over the hoods and shit like that, your energy is taking over this particular neighborhood of or community of people. That's why everybody had to get a hit. That's why everybody wanted a piece of you. They just couldn't get enough of you. Nobody could get enough. Nobody could do enough to you. Yeah. But they knew if they let you connect with your divine counterpart, they wouldn't even be able to step you. They just might as well just not even have thought about you. Yeah, and this goes for both. You know what I'm saying? For same sex and heterosexual relationships here. Yeah, now you're able to bask in your energy, your love, your glory. You feel what I'm saying? You're able to praise yourself and talk about yourself and not look at as you being boastful. Not look like you're being braggadocious. You're able to speak about your accomplishments and people congratulate you and not demean you or devalue you because you accomplished something that they have not. Not make you feel bad because you're different than everyone else. Not making you feel bad for simply being yourself. We have juggle. Yeah, see, these people is juggling, trying to figure out how they're going to charge themselves back up with when the main source that was powering the whole community is gone. Yeah, that's why they keep trying to attack you, because they need your energy to relieve this pain. They need your protection. They need your good luck. They need their whatever they putting out to bring back results. They need to see a return on their investment. So that's why they keep plugging into you, because they know that they can't do it without you. That's why they kept putting that shit on you. Yeah, and now these people are sitting back, having to take a step back to sit down and calm down and think deeply about what they did to you, the choices that they made. You feel what I'm saying? To keep you stagnant, to keep you stuck. And the only reason why they sitting back thinking about it and pondering about it now is because they're stuck. They have no choice but to be, you know what I'm saying, dwelling their own fucking energy. And now they got to think about all the stupid, dumb shit they did to you and others. Because, again, like I said, you won't be the first, but you will be the last. And that's what they realizing, that they can't do this shit no more. They can't do it to nobody no more. If they do it, they gonna, it's like self-elimination. That suicidal energy they try to put you in, that self-destructive energy they try to put you in, they tried to coke you in and try to make people think you was doing all this shit to yourself, you was just making this shit up. That's what these people was playing on. That's the lie that they was putting out. That was the whole smear campaign, to make everybody think you was crazy. Well, for one, to make everybody think you was doing this shit to yourself, making you think you was the one running around here poking the bear, provoking motherfuckers to treat you how they was treating you. And they tried to justify by saying, you know, this child got a mental disorder. You know, they like to make up shit and this, that, and the third. You can't believe nothing that this person say because you know that they fucking lying and X, Y, and Z and blah, 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 blah. But it's like they never thought the thought to say, hey, is motherfuckers gonna look at me like I'm crazy by trying to justify my actions against a quote unquote mentally handicapped individual? They didn't think that people would start stepping back and saying, damn, well, if they is, then why is you fucking with them like that? Why are you reacting to a person who is mentally handicapped in that way? You should be ashamed of yourself. That's what people are saying. For people who ain't fully seen the truth, or people who don't fully understand, that's where they're beginning. Because that's how they're beginning to look at them. Well, damn, if this person was so incapacitated, so mentally off their rocker, why you do them like that? Why are you trying to justify you moving like you moving against this person? If you knew they can't help themselves, if you trying to tell me that, oh, they doing it to themselves, instead of trying to get you help, they're reacting to you in a negative way. Their actions are being judged by the things that they saying out their own fucking mouth. The same narrative they try to push to get people to rally with them is the same narrative that's getting people to rally against them and make them answer for what they did to you because it ain't right. Now people are waking up to see what they're doing is not right, and they blaming it on you for why people's perception of them and their actions towards you is changing. And they blaming you because, again, of your newfound wealth, your new success, your new life that you're living. For those who are spying on you and looking you up and shit, people from your past that you didn't even know that was thinking about you, that you ain't blocked, maybe church folks from a church, your childhood church, things like that. Those are the type of people who are looking into you. Those are the type of people who trying to get answers for what the fuck these people did to you, because people just woke up and the blinders was gone. And they started questioning, like, this person been gone out of this community for a while now. And they're, the being that you're gone, a lot of the spell work that they put on people to keep people asleep, to keep people dormant, to keep people from questioning their actions, that spell work is breaking. It's returning back unto sender. And when now that their spell work is breaking down, it's making people look down on them. It's making people question them. It's making people come to them and make them answer truly for why they treated you the way they did and why they didn't get you help. If what they were saying to be true was to be true, why didn't they help you? Why did they try to destroy you? Why did they try to make you look like a monster? Why did they try to make you look like the worst of the worst? You help, putting you in a facility that could help you get better, or that could simply contain you and help you from further causing demise and dismay in your life. Why didn't they get you the help that you needed if what they were saying was to be true? Is the question that's floating around this community right now. Because people who didn't know they were indirectly living off of your energy, who did not know they were under the spell of these people who were doing these things to you, who did not know that they had been glamored into rallying up against an earth angel, these people are mad. They want to fight about this shit. That's what I heard. These people want their wounds. They want to fight about this injustice that they was indirectly involved in, because people's characters is being questioned. They being questioned just as well as they asking all the questions about, well, why did they believe it? And why did they go along with it? And people are waking up to the spell work. They picking it up and calling the shit out. And they can't blame you for that because you ain't around. You ain't got nothing to do with people realizing that they was wrong for what they did to you. You ain't got nothing to do with it. So it would be complete asinine if these people still try to put the blame on you and say you was at fault for what the fuck going on. Yeah, see, you have the free will to choose, and you chose not to remain trapped to this bullshit. You freed yourself from this bullshit and you went towards your new beginning. You chose flight. You was tired of fighting, and you chose the flight, and you flew your ass out of there and discovered yourself and freed yourself from these people. Yeah, that's what they didn't want. Well, they can't stop that shit. Yeah, now that you're improving, you just made yourself over. You're seeing things from a fresh pair of eyes. You're using all the resources in your toolbox that you obtained through all your surviving. And now you're able to live with the skills that you have obtained through all the lessons that you've learned. And you're able to be a new and improved version of yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Your creativity, your creative energy has expanded. And now you're able to improve in ways that they didn't even account for. They were so busy trying to contain your ass. They didn't know. They didn't think about what would happen if you got in control of yourself. Because they thought they was that big and bad and that bold that they was gonna forever remain in control over you. You weren't gonna never break free of them. But see, you were seeing past the what was going on right now, and you was looking at your future, and you kept your eyes on the future and say, one day I'm gonna break free of this shit. You kept the truth sharp and harsh. You ain't sugarcoat shit. You let it know what it is and what it ain't. And that's why when people talk to you, they said you was so angry and you was holding resentment when you was just speaking truth all the while. Where what you was speaking won't coming from them places. You was just simply speaking the truth, and you was offended, and you had the right to be offended. Why these people trying to tell you you ain't had the right to feel how you was feeling about your family, because that's your family? Fuck all that shit, bitch. Is your family treating you like my family treating me? All right then, so you can't tell me how to feel about what the fuck a motherfucker doing to me, especially if they doing wrong to me. And it took a lot of people to get that fucking grip. But they getting it now. They getting it now because they see your precise movement. They see you moving with precision. In 1 minute, Holy Spirit. All right, bottom of the deck, success. Success. And you are uniting with your people. You conquered these motherfuckers. That's the whole thing about it. You conquered them, you elevated yourself, and you centered yourself. Now that you are in full protection mode from these people, they cannot fucking come up against you with these ways of trying to coerce you and glamour you and all that shit. You left all that shit right where it was at. And now they're self-sabotaging themselves and reflecting on what they fucking did. Now they're trying to invoke some shit, trying to get you back in your feelings and get you to forgive them, thinking that it's going to, keep them from receiving karma. But you have liberated yourself from saving a motherfucker from themselves. And you was on the saving hiatus. You ain't saving nobody. Save yourself, bitch. You're keeping quiet. And they want to hold you. They want to say you wrong for being quiet. Now open up your mouth and speaking out. You was like, I made a contract towards with the most high. And you impeded upon my shit. They tried to keep you blinded to the bullshit. I mean, yeah, and they didn't want you to see what the fuck what they was doing to you. Now you remove this motherfucking blockage. You remove this fucking blindfold, and now you're able to flow and grow. And they're trying to attempt to put their foot back up in your water, and they can't. They can't. Because your guards is like, you is in unauthorized territory. You do not have the authorization to be over here. You move around. Move around. And now they've been made to get the fuck up out of here. Now they're mourning because they don't know where to go. They don't know where to go. They don't have nowhere to go. They were so comfortable with residing in your energy and convinced themselves they was going to be their new permanent resident, that they didn't prepare for this fucking day. They did not prepare themselves for this motherfucking day and time to be put in a position to where they got to get it on their own, like they've been claiming they've been doing all along. Okay, well, let's see what you're going to do all along on your own now then. Since you've been doing it, it shouldn't be a problem now, no matter who is around, if that's what you've been doing. If you are doing what you claim you was doing the whole fucking time, it shouldn't matter who is around you. You still should be able to do what you, quote unquote, been doing on your own the whole fucking time. Yeah, that's why people asking all these questions like, what's the hold up now? What's the pause now? Why you can't do it now? You said you been doing it without this person, and they lacking and slacking and all that. They ain't got nothing. They never ain't gonna never be nothing. Ain't never had nothing. Everything they got going was because of you. Then what happened to the emotion then? Why when there's one particular person that everybody ganged up on and bullied for so long? Why when this person is gone, ain't nobody got shit going on? Everybody stopped. All motion has ceased to move. Everybody just stuck. Like they running behind a motherfucking glue truck. I mean, I'm just saying now. That's the question people need to be asking with all these people who had all this mouth about what they is and what the fuck they ain't and what they gonna do and what they ain't gonna do. Alright, you so big, you so bold, you so powerful. Flex it then. Flex it. Hit them with the flex, hit them with the flex, hit them with the flex. Okay, where is that? I'm about sick of these people here. They is getting on my everlasting. But that's where we are. I'd rather be talking about this than be talking about all these motherfucker people coming back and what the fuck they coming back with their baggage and shit. And talking about all this low vibration of dumb shit they doing. I mean, hey, we still talking about it, but it ain't in depth. I would say that. It ain't in depth. Hey, a tribe called Judah. Hey, boo. But I'm just saying, you talk so fucking much. They done out-talk themselves. They mouth done ran faster than them. They mouth done outran them. Now it's time for them to shut the fuck up. Because they can't even put up. Because they ain't even caught up. I mean, I'm just saying. It's just too much mundane, stupid shit going on. And nobody ain't trying to answer for shit. But everybody's steady trying to start some shit or be in some shit. Get the fuck on. Get the fuck on somewhere and sit your ass down. Stop bothering people. That's all they need to do is sit down. Quit bothering people. Quit running your mouth about people. Quit talking about people's business. Quit minding people's business. Mind your own. They can't mind their own business because they don't got no business. They don't got no business. You got confidence and courage, adventure, balance, energy, harmony. You had the courage to break away. You had the courage to walk away from this shit, break free of this shit, and march to the beat of your own drum. Walk your own path. You set out to find your own path. You got tired of walking in the ones that was set in front of you. It wasn't for you. It never worked for you. And in your most sacred and precious moments that you spend with the Most High, God revealed to you some things that may have hurt your feelings, may have broke your heart. But it prepares you forward. It puts you right where you need to be. God revealed the truth. The real truth. The truth that you needed to prepare you forward to honor your divine contract. You have travel, exploration, and discovery. You're traveling through the celestial archives and files, and you're obtaining celestial knowledge that these people have no access to. See, that's the thing. God is putting you in places where they damn sure can't access you. Wouldn't even know how to access you. Wouldn't even know where to look for you. See, look, they tried to stop your flow of life. You see that? They tried to stop your flow of life, and they couldn't. They would never, because you broke through the boundaries. You broke through because before they could seal you. Before they could seal your fate, you broke through the boundaries that they set forth to prevent you from glowing and growing and, you know what I'm saying, facing the challenges that God set before you to build you, to grow you, to mold you into who God created you to be. They didn't want you to fulfill your destiny. Hey, Raya. Hey, baby. How you doing? Yeah, self-empowerment. They didn't want you to believe in yourself. They didn't want you to believe it so you couldn't achieve it. They knew what would power you. They knew what would get you through. They knew what would help you see through them and break through them easily. It's okay, baby. Just email me, baby. I can talk to you. I want to talk to you privately. Someone's telling me to talk to you privately. That's why I don't want to answer you down here in the chat and it's reading because It's something that's just meant for you. It's not meant for all ears. So just make sure you send me that email, baby. I'm going to chat when I get off this live, okay? But, yeah, you cleanse your mind. You reset yourself and you put yourself, yeah, my email is, thank you, Tiffany, for my gift, baby. My email address is listed in the description. And right, if you aren't able to locate the description, my email address is queenlisachronicles1111@gmail.com. Say it again, queenlisachronicles1111@gmail.com, okay? All right. But, yeah, you got the heart. You have the heart of gold. You have a cosmic heart. You have the universe within you, down to your core. It was like you was created from stardust. Period. You are an intergalactical being. You have something within you that would make people instantly perish for trying to touch. God been trying to spare these people, give these people a chance to turn their life around and do what God placed them in their life to do for you. But they insisted upon depriving you. They insisted upon not playing a part in your life because they didn't choose you. God did. And the way God chose you, in the position that God put you in the positions that God had in store for you to reside in, they didn't like it because it wasn't in the cards for them. It wasn't written in the stars of the books for them. So not only are they offended by you, they are offended with God, that God would choose you over them. But they didn't understand the part that God chose for them to play in your life was just as important as you fulfilling your contract. That's how distorted the life has become. People don't realize that they are not honoring their contracts anymore. They're feeding solely their flesh. That's why they are lost and don't know what they're doing and don't know what they got going on. And they're just rambling through life aimlessly because they forgot the main thing. You were sent here to honor a contract between you and the Most High, not between you and the man who is in control of things that's going on in this world right now. I ain't gonna say man, but the being, the entity that has been given control of this particular realm that we living in. You chose the wrong master because they felt they was too weak, or they just made the decision that they were not going to honor their contract with the Most High. It was easier to honor their contract with the devil. And now, because you are continuously growing and developing and progressing through life, they want to punish you for that. Because they chose wrong, they want you to choose wrong too. Because you chose to be different and stand out, they mad at you. Because you standing out is putting them in a light and to be seen in ways they don't want to be seen. They do, the rhyme and reason behind what they do is to hide who they really are. They don't want the world to see who they really are. They don't want people to see who they really are. See the nasty, dark, demonic ass individual that they are. So that's why they go around and they make sure that they do their dirt in the dark. But you shine, your light shines so brightly, it lights up their dark places where they hide to go do their dirty work. And they mad at you for that. They mad. That's why they want to turn your light off. They want to put the bitch out. Because you lighting up areas in their life that is not meant to be seen by the public. Well, the areas in their life, the areas in your life that they touch, that they weren't supposed to touch, they thought they were going to get away with it. So what's good for the goose is not good for the gander. They could do it to others, but it's wrong when somebody do it back to them. Shut your mouth. That's what you do. Shut your funky, musty mouth ass up and go sit in timeout and think about your motherfucking actions. If you can. If you can manage to do that. Yeah. Instead of hating on somebody because they have cosmic gifts and they're a godly being, you should have fucking asked them, how can I become like you? How can I get like you? How can I guide and mold myself to be this? People are supposed to inspire everyone to be who God created him to be, but they chose to serve their flesh. They chose to honor their flesh instead of honoring the Most High. So that's the consequences of their choices. So just leave them to deal with that. Leave them to pedal and meddle through that shit. They did that shit to themselves. So fuck all that. You ain't tell them to do that shit. You didn't create no situation for them to be forced into making a stupid ass decision that you knew was that they knew or you knew was gonna fuck their life up. Just being you fucked their life up because of how their intent behind what they was doing to you, how they treated you. They didn't do right by you. They didn't have no intentions of doing right by you when they found out what God had in store for you. All that was set on was how to punish you for being chosen and how to take from you what God was giving to you. Period. And because you accepted yourself as a chosen one and stop trying to people please them and stop jumping through their hoops and loops and stop giving a fuck about fitting in with these people and stop giving a fuck about what these people had to say about you, you created emotional balance within yourself, emotional stability because you got off that motherfucking seesaw and you got your ass on stable ground. And that's when that's when you were put in a position to be able to walk your walk and talk your talk. And to finally be heard by people who is meant to hear you. Because you felt like your efforts and things were in vain. They weren't in vain. You just weren't meant to take off where these people try to cut you off at. You had to remove yourself from that environment. You had to remove yourself from around them people. You had to you had to isolate yourself from these people in order to be able to evolve into your true divine self. To activate your God gene. God wanted that gene to be activated between you and him. And you had to strengthen your connection between you and the Most High in order for that change, that evolvement to happen with no interruptions. For God to place your footing back on solid ground. Place you back on track, put you back on your path. You had to get away from the ones who derailed you. Yeah, now you're able to, set goals and meet them bitches. You're able to accomplish your goals. You like, damn, why I can't never accomplish a goal? Why I can't never see nothing through? Why can't I never get some shit done? Especially shit that's important that matters to you. You always start it, but you can't never finish it. You always get lazy, procrastinate, lackadaisical about the shit. Or you just say, it's not my time right now. I need a little bit more time before I can accomplish this goal. No, it was meant for you to do it right when you was doing it, how you was doing it. But you had these stupid motherfuckers playing in your energy to project those fucking feelings and emotions onto you to stop you, to cause stagnation in your life when you needed to be moving. You have to understand the depth of what these people were trying to do unto you, the depth of what was going on. And you got to respect it just for what it is. You can't add sugar on shit and think it's going to make it taste good, because it ain't. Yeah, you got your guardian angels here guarding you now. Everybody's sword is the fuck up and it's fucking stuck. So whoever want to come back around playing fuck up in your face, if they're able to find your ass, is going to get instantly obliterated, instantly chopped down. You feel what I'm saying? Like a dead motherfucker tree. Motherfucker just going to flick their ass and the bitches is going down. Ain't even, your archangels ain't even going, and your guardian angels ain't even going to have to swing their sword. It's just a simple flick of the wrist. Flick, boom, gone, be gone, bitch. Yeah, like a little gnat at a motherfucker barbecue. Just humming in your motherfucking ear. And they don't like how the cosmos is flowing through you. They don't like that you is able to take a trip through the cosmos and connect with your divine energy. And now you're flowing with the universe. You're in harmony. You're in tune with the Most High, the angelic beings, the Intergalactical Federation. You done tapped into everything that's been surrounding you and protecting you this whole time. And now you are aware of your support, your protectors, and who and what you belong to. Now these people is pissed off. They is pissed off. I just keep hearing, who told you to do that? And it's like, the Lord, bitch. What the fuck you mean? I'm doing what the Lord said. You ain't my God. I don't have to abide or obey you. And then you want to look back at you and be like, well, who told you that? The Lord. The Lord told me that too. Yeah, you sure will. God will place you in position to watch the downfall of your enemies. Yeah, energy harmonization, chakra alignment, energy flow. They are mad because you are in harmony with your true divine energy and they cannot stop it. They just have to sit back and let it go and let it flow. They can't do shit about it. Not shit. You got starlight guidance. Use the guidance of starlight to find your path and wisdom. Yeah, and that's what you're doing. That's what you're using to guide you now. See how your gifts have been expanded? Look at the new things that are being bestowed upon you. Look at the gifts that God put in place to help you and guide you. They were blocking you from all of that. All of that was right there, right behind the bullshit. But they never let you get beyond the bullshit. I mean, these people make my hair. Don't piss me off at this point. Don't piss me off. Yeah, guidance from the universe. They tried to stop the universe from fucking with you. How, Sway? That's how you know these people aren't from here. They have no, they may be coated in skin just like we, but we are not the same. Underneath that skin, they are not like you. You are different. That's why they going against you. You like, my people, them is not your fucking people. Them is shapeshifters, skinwalkers, mimicking spirits, familiar spirits. These are entities embodying these fucking fleshly temples and shit. These people aren't who they claim to be. They are not. You got inner peace, yeah, tranquility, stability, serenity. Now that you have finally removed yourself out of this fucking bullshit. Yeah. Shadow work. You did the work. That's how you discovered who you was. You had to get yourself in a place where you could have your own peace and really go within and find out what was blocking you. Is it you or is it the world around you? And God gave you just what it was that was blocking you and holding you back. And now you have released yourself from that. You healed from that. You did the work to get that out of your energy, out of your energetic aura field. And now God is blessing you. God is blessing you. Them bitches is on pause. They on froze. Yeah. And now this I'm hearing they did beauty spells on you to make you hate the way you look, hate your smile, hate your face, hate your teeth, hate yourself, to where you would, get addicted to surgery and addicted to making yourself look like something that yourself look foreign. You feel what I'm saying? Trying to make you look like something that you're not. So they can say, look, this person don't love themselves. They don't love how God created them. They say they love God, but they don't like God's creation because they're trying to redo it. God, they trying to, you insulting God when you do that. You letting God, you trying to tell God, oh, you made a mistake. You left something out here. God didn't give you those particular beauty marks or those particular attributes because he said so. Shit, I can't even tell you. But besides, he said so, and that's what it is. People don't know how to respect the law. People don't know how to respect it is what it is. Motherfuckers try to make shit, it ain't, make things something that it ain't. They feel like they have that much control where they can change what they don't like. You can't. Some shit you just got to go through whether you like it or not. You don't have that power. Now you do have the power to transmute, to take something bad and use it for your good and vice versa, but you would never have the power to rewrite your own life. No. Unless you have been set on that mission to do that for a particular reason that's been ordained by the Most High, you just can't wake up one day and do that. You can't. That's why the ones who do that shit be the ones who be crying at the end of the day. After they done it, they asking God to undo it and say, God, I wish I never did this. I wish I never did that. That's what happens when you want to do your own will and not the Lord's will. Then you suffering at the hands of your own self and you want God to come and fix that. No, you should have just followed the rules from the beginning and you would never be in this situation. That's why it's okay to admire, but don't aspire to be something that you know you are not. Be comfortable in your own skin so that you can, see creativity and aspiration and from the perception it is meant to be perceived in. You cannot manipulate everything. You can't rewrite everything. You can't put everything in order or in position to where you want it to be. Some things you just have to let it be. You ain't gonna like everything how everything happens in your life, but you have to let it be. That is not a part of your free will. That is what God did not give you permission and authority to do that. That's where you smiting God. That's where you spitting in God's face when you do stuff like that. That's not, God didn't give you authority for that, to do that. And again, you're finding out all these truths about yourself and about the real law through meditation. You're finding out all these truths about how you really supposed to be and what you really supposed to be doing and how you really supposed to be following God and stuff like that by going into meditation, deep meditation. Yeah, and you're getting celestial guidance, astrological insight, star wisdom, wisdom that ain't in books, wisdom that you can only receive spiritually. These people can't receive this type of spiritual guidance or knowledge because they have severed their ties to the spiritual realm because of the strife that they have caused, the demonic things that they have done, the demonic entities that they have summoned and played with to manipulate and take from God's chosen. So they got to fucking lay in the bed that they motherfucking made. What do you mean? I don't understand how you can hate somebody for wanting to be who they were created to be, but you want to congratulate and give flowers to and praise and worship motherfuckers who are defiant and who want to take it upon themselves to be who they are, quote unquote, themselves to be, and all such shit as that. That's not divine order. That's not what the Lord has placed in your space. That's not how God planned it out for you. You're doing your own will, and it says lean not on thine own understanding, but on the word of the Lord. You ain't gonna understand why God put certain things in place. You're not gonna understand why God chose you to live life this way, but lean on the word of the Lord and you'll get the understanding that you need to make it through, to persevere, to understand why God is moving in your life the way he's moving in your life. You can't get mad at what the Lord is doing in someone else's life. That means you ain't paying attention enough to your own life. You ain't paying attention to your own relationship with the Most High. You're not focusing on what the Most High needs you to focus on because you're too busy focus on everybody else and what everybody else is doing. And because you ain't a part of what everybody else is doing, you feel left out. So then you want to go against the word of the Lord. You want to go against the grain. You want to jump off your path and jump on their path, not knowing what it takes to be on that path. What comes to you easily may come to others at a price. So be careful of the switch ups that you're doing, and be careful what you're asking for, because it's always going to require some type of work from you on your behalf. Whatever you manifest into your life, anything worth having is worth fighting for. Anything worth having is worth working towards to obtain. So work is always going to be required. Work is always going to be required to be put in for whatever it is you're trying to obtain. So you better be careful what you're asking for and be cautious of what you're trying to obtain, because are you equipped to put in the work to obtain that? And is that something obtainable for you? Is that something that you need to be trying to pursue? Is that something that you need to be trying to obtain? Because what's for someone else is not for you. And that's what people need to understand. Everything that you're going for, you're striving for, you're trying to get into, ain't for you. God let you see it for a reason. And if you look it through the right eye, you'll see the perception. You'll see it from the perception in which God wants you to see it from. And your desire for that will change. God allows certain things to present itself to you for a test. And a lot of people is failing these motherfucking tests. That's how they go from being divine to karmic. And that's just a fact. Because you let one thing grab your attention so hard that you just threw everything that God had in store for you out the window and started on your merry way with this dumb shit right here. And that's where you fucked up. And that's where they fucked up. Doing that shit to you. They should have chose not to do it at all. I ain't even gonna say somebody else. Just they shouldn't have never had these fucked up thoughts to begin with. No matter where it started from, where it came from, they should have had the common sense enough to wake up from this disturbed way of thinking, this distorted, that's what I'm saying, trying to say, distorted way of thinking. But people have been programmed so much not to question shit and just to go along with shit. They didn't understand. They didn't stop to ask the main question. Why? Why do I just got to go along with some shit? Why can't I ask questions where I'm lacking understanding? Because it's a trick. It's a scam. It's something that you're not supposed to be doing. You ain't supposed to be involved in it. That's why. That's why they don't want you to ask no questions, because they don't want to have to explain themselves to you. Because if they do explain why they trying to cap your ass off, you going to go off on their ass. Look, sacred contract. Honor your sacred contract. That's the only mission that you have, besides the mission that's within that contract. The only thing you need to be worried about doing is honoring your daggone contract. Point blank, period, dot the damn end. Yeah, and your heart will be at peace. Your heart will be at ease. You don't have to worry about suffering and having all these damn heartbreaks, and you just got so much, your heart is being hardened by all the shit you're going through. Sometimes you put yourself through that shit that hardens your motherfucking heart because you want to aspire to be, or you putting too much into something that is outside of your range. And you missing the reason why it was brought to your attention in the first place. And I ain't gonna say that no more now. Don't make me get my belt now. Don't make me get my belt. Somebody being hard-headed. Somebody's being stubborn. And you holding yourself back by not honoring your sacred contract. Your peace within your heart that you are so desiring is gonna come from honoring this contract. And you're gonna remain in alignment with honoring this contract as long as you remain in this meditative state, knowing when to go within so you'll never go without. That praying, to a certain extent, is begging to God. You don't have to beg God for things that God already put in place to happen for you, to play out in your life. You just simply need to meditate so you know how to act in accordance, so that when you receive what your heart is desiring, you won't fumble the ball. That's the whole thing. Meditating to keep yourself in alignment to attract what God has in store for you. Now, you're pissing me off. Don't make me get my belt now. Yes, the Most High said now. He said. These people about to stress me out, and I ain't got the time for this shit today. He is. Don't make me send him a memo. Don't make me take notes now. I send it on up and say, Lord, these folks ain't listening. I'm not going to reset this deck. However it come out, it's going to come out. All right. Let's see what the Most High has in store for y'all. That's right. Love the Lord. That's it. Keep your heart and your mind and your sight on the Lord, and you will always prevail. He'll always keep you above the bullshit. Look, Goddess energy came out again. I'm talking to my divine beings, my divine goddesses. That's who I'm talking to. Y'all is the ones that's being attacked, because y'all is like, I'm hearing the firstborn grandchildren, firstborn daughters, the monarchs. Like, you guys are the monarchs of the new bloodline that's being birthed, and they're trying to stop you from assuming your position. They're trying to stop you from getting where you're supposed to be, rising to your position, rising to your divine power. They trying to swap destinies with you, and this shit is backfiring terribly. Like, I'm telling you, it's like a blackout in this whole entire community. People directly involved, indirectly involved, and involved unbeknownst to they knowing. Everybody's suffering. And the ones who had this shit going and who knew about this all the while is the ones who was sitting back blaming you. These are the ones who sitting back blaming you and trying to rally everybody else to blame your ass. But where the fuck is blaming you gonna get them? Nowhere. And that's what these people are saying now. That's why they questioning them. Like, hold on now. Why is he putting so much pressure on this person to punish this motherfucker for everybody suffering? And they the ones not suffering. Oh, cause they stole it from us. They took it from us. It's this, it's that. Akashika laka lika laka 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 laka. They said, hold on, player. Hold on, player. Not my God that I serve ain't gonna rise that type of person to this position of power. Not my God. And I know from the way this person's moving, they ain't serving the same God that you serving. So who is we talking about? Who we playing with now? Yeah, people is questioning these people on a soul level. Yeah. You got a Virgo, you got a Capricorn here. These signs could be in their charts, or they could be one of these signs. Somebody done went and got a reading on you. Somebody done went and got a reading on you, child. All right, y'all. Not the energy closed off. Y'all see that? Front and back. Front and back. Somebody want me to hush. Somebody want me to hush now. Yeah, this person who chasing you down because of who you are and who they found out, or they either knew or they just not finding out, and that's why this person running at your ass full force because they trying to destroy your damn legacy. I'm hearing this is a big key player. That's why it's so important to them, because they played a major part in your destruction. They played a major part in your life with keeping you distorted, distracted, throwing you off your path, holding you back, all that. That's why this person is so hell bent on fucking getting at you. Yeah, see, this person try to remain on the scene because they trying to get in your business, but they saying that shit null and void because you ain't on the scene. You ain't even within the vicinity of the scene that they own. Type time. You feel what I'm saying? Type shit. Like, everybody, it's starting to get to the point, they're like, who is you talking about? They're like, oh, I ain't seen this person in the 5th month of sundown. I don't know nothing about that. Yeah. And they saying in their mind, your ass ain't going nowhere. Your ass ain't going nowhere. They see you as wifey material, and they feel like if they can't beat you, they might as well join you. So they coming back, quote unquote, in the name of love to motherfucking marry you, and you like, bitch, you ain't about to be riding around and getting on my side, no ma'am. They talking about this card came in reverse and says, give me back my card, Jody. No, you're not finna be like that. You're not finna allow this person to drag you like that and embarrass you like that after all the hard work you done put into yourself to get you where you are supposed to be, and you gonna let this raggedy mouth ass motherfucker come back and the quote unquote the name of love to bind themselves to you through marriage? No, ma'am. No, sir. That's a no. You don't do that over here. Yeah, unblock me. Who is this supernatural genie? It may be something coming to you that you may not be aware about. You feel what I'm saying? God doesn't reveal the whole plan you know what I'm saying? In the beginning for you to see why these people are attacking you. But these people have abused divination to get into your spiritual business, to see what God has in store for you. And again, these readers who are giving out this unauthorized divine information are being severed from the spiritual realm. They're not going to be able to have spiritual gifts. They're gonna cut the spiritual gifts to their bloodline right with this generation that they're in, because of the work that they have done with giving information to the wrong people to cause your fucking demise. And so just remember, robbers don't rob empty houses. God has kept you satisfied, and he has kept you kept out of the way of these people But God is finna restore and renew you. He's finna put you on a level that you aren't even aware that you're supposed to be on. So don't doubt yourself or sell yourself short because you ain't been seen through. You feel what I'm saying? But again, keep this in the front of your mind. Robbers do not rob empty houses. They ain't been messing with you this long and doing these things to you to these calibers if you was worthless. If you didn't have any value. And it's damn sure ain't no just because. Yeah, and the people who knew is the ones that's gonna fall the hardest. Them the ones that's gonna have these weird ass deaths and shit like that. They're gonna have the most weird shit happen to them. It's gonna make, some of them gonna make the news for the shit that's gonna happen to them. They might get trafficked or kidnapped or some dumb shit that's gonna hit the news and have everybody looking for their ass and ain't gonna never be found. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, let your ancestors guide you. Some of y'all got animals. Y'all ancestors is within y'all animals. They your spirit guides. They reincarnated in your life through your pets and shit. So pay attention to your animals and what they're saying to you. Spend time with your animals. Bond with your animals on a spiritual level so you can get the messages. Don't treat an animal like an animal. That's why you see the relationship between human interaction and animal interaction is coming to where people saying, oh, you treat an animal like a human. It's a reason for that. It is human spirits inside of these animals. You see how these animals is acting? They showing feelings, they showing emotion, they're interacting just like humans. The only thing they can't do is talk. And hell, some of these motherfuckers is talking. So don't sell yourself short on the miracles that God can perform in your life, and who and what God can perform miracles in your life through. Yeah, they tripping on your love because your love was a drug that this whole community was living off of. Yeah, I lower my standards to deal with you. Yeah, you sure did lower your standards to deal with these motherfuckers because you dealt with these people even when you knew they was unworthy of your fucking presence, but you did it because of relation. Now that shit don't matter. They ain't gonna reach out and tell you nothing, baby. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Because they don't even want you to know what you finding out now. Because if you know what you know, you got a case against them. You feel what I'm saying? Like, some of these things that's being revealed to you is going to put situations to gather receipts on these people and expose these people. And when you gather the receipts and you expose these people for the shit that they have done to you, they've committed crimes, baby. They committed crimes. Yep. And ancestors are everywhere. Sure do. My dogs is my babies, too. You better believe that. Leave that baby alone. He looking at you like, leave me alone. Telling that baby to blink. Your baby looking at you like, what? Yeah, but see, these people were superficial. They thought you was going to be a stupid asshole to follow them up with that superficial stuff. They thought you was going to play into that. And they thought you were going to get caught up in that, wanting to be superficial and shiggy-laka-diggy-laka-diggy-laka-da. And you like, that shit is not appealing to you. That's not how you live your life. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, they can stop with that. So you are a guardian of the galaxy. You are here to protect the galaxy from these type of energies frolicking around. You feel what I'm saying? Hey, Nino, how you doing, boo? Yeah, see this fucking wizard that's trying to hide, that don't want to be exposed, the one that's done did all the fucking, made all the mojo bags, did all the spiritual work and shit like that. They're the ones that's gossiping about your ass because they feel like they know the most because they've been in your energy more than anybody else. So they feel like they can tell it. They got something to tell. Yeah. See, you as a high priestess, you hid your spiritual ranking from these people to play the fool. You see what I'm saying? You was hidden from these people in particular ways to fool the damn fool. But at the end of the day, your position is being revealed just by you simply being who you are. It ain't being revealed for no clout, to instill fear, for none of that. It's just simply being revered. So being revealed so people can revere you in their respective way, in a respective manner. Basically forcing these people to put respect on your name where they denied you, where they said they would never, and they are. See, they doing what they can now, not what they want anymore. They cannot fuck around in your energy anymore. Now you doing what you want and what you can, and they don't like that. They are mad. They are angry. Why? Why I can't be like that? Why it didn't work for me? Because it wasn't for them. What is for you is for you. What is for them is for them. You can't steal from people and think you're going to be successful. Every thief I ever heard of, even the ones that they have made documentaries about, have met their demise on multiple occasions. It just wasn't no one and done shit. It was multiple occasions where people, where these thieves, on whatever level they thieving on, have met their damn demise. And at the end of the day, every thief, whether if they still alive or they was alive at the time the documentary was done, has always been in quote unquote regret in some type of way, form, or fashion. Even if it went to the point where they would take back what they did, they still are in regret for their fucking actions, because at the end of the day, they paid the price for it. They thought everybody else was paying the price, and that was what was gassing their ass up, because it was a temporary high to cause quote unquote permanent demise to people by stealing and manipulating and shit. Not knowing at the end of the day, the same ditch they dug and threw all them people in is the same ditch that they fell in with them. Not, they didn't even have to dig a separate ditch. The ditch was so big that at the end of the day, God fucking Leonidas kicked that motherfucker in the ass into that same damn ditch. And when they got down to the bottom of the ditch, everybody who they threw in the ditch done made it out, and they are the only ones down there. They're the only ones down there. You welcome, baby. We doing fine, Nino. We doing fine, baby. Welcome to the family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. See, these people had you under their spell because they tried to make you think that you was their end all be all, and because you was so good hearted and you allowed people in until they gave you a reason not to let them in and shit like that. I mean, you did have a hard heart once upon a time, but you always worked on keeping your heart the way God created it and not allowing what others did to you and the experiences that you had, the heart in your heart. You always kept room in your heart for love, whether that space shrank or grew at certain ages and stages. It was always a space for that to reside there. You never fully eliminated that out of your heart space, and that's what kept you pure. Just like anything, things temper, things go up and down, but at the end of the day, it remained the same. You still had a good heart. Whether it was tainted, tarnished, damaged, stomped on, broke up, whatever, ripped out your heart and put the fuck back, you always was able to put your heart back together. And you glued it back together with the love of the Lord. And that's what they don't like. They mad because you didn't choose a vice. They mad because you didn't pick a poison to put your heart back together with. You chose the love of the Lord to put your heart back together with. And now they want to sit back talking about why you do this to me. Because they mad because they couldn't become a billionaire off of the stolen energy. Bitch, why did you do it to yourself? Ain't nobody did nothing to you. You did this to yourself. What is wrong with these people? Yes, that's absolutely right. These people did it to themselves. Point blank and period. Yeah, you are so beautiful to me. Oh, now you're so beautiful. Oh, now you're so this. When before you was everything but a child of God, when they was living their life like it was golden, riding big off your energy and off your abundance that they done stole from you. They done hid checks from you, stolen inheritance from you, and all type of fuck ass shit. And now they want to sit up in here and say this funky, man, please. Yep, and they kept you away from certain family members because they knew with certain, if they brought you around certain family members, their family members would have seen the light in you and would have beat the fuck out of them for doing what they was doing to you. Some of these people, their family didn't even know what the hell they was doing to people out here, how they was really a high-key demon, but a low-key fucking angel in the presence of these divine people that they had in their family. See, some of these people went rogue on their own fucking bloodline because they chose not to serve God because they weakened themselves with whatever vices they was choosing over choosing to serve the Lord, over choosing to love the Lord, over choosing to love themselves versus loving those around them and you know, being in people pleasing energy and trying to get in where they fit in when they already had a place. They already had a position. They fuck themselves out of their own place and position with the Lord. And wondering why they can't get back in from a place that they kick their own self out of because of the actions that they chose, the lifestyle that they chose, the things that they decided to do to other people, the pain and suffering they chose to inflict upon other people for no reason. Because they listening to other people. They listening to these people who they trying to fit in with. And these people treat them out their own spot. Because remember, robbers don't rob empty houses. And they was hanging around people who was already doing this shit to other people. And allow these stupid ass people to convince them that, oh nah bro, oh nah sis, we'll never do you like that. We fuck with you. No the fuck they don't. If you see that a person is out here doing this shit, this is a habit, this is a way of life for them, it's only time before it's your fucking time. Period. Every fucking time. Know that. That's why you should keep them type of people at a fucking distance. They should have their own category in which you associate yourself with them people. And it should be in the form of protection. You keep them type of people in your back pocket for a rainy day when you don't want to get your motherfucking hands dirty and you need some shit handled. You call on them people and then I guess you repent or whatever you got to do. Or just say, I'm going to take that L in the sense of I take the karma that come behind me and suing this shit to happen to somebody else. Even though you didn't particularly get your hands dirty, you didn't do the work, you said, you sacrificed yourself in the sense to say, I take whatever come behind this shit. Whatever karma come my way from getting this done, because I didn't want to get my hands dirty, I'll take that. But that's as far as you should go with people like that. And that's still a big motherfucking leap of faith. You feel what I'm saying? That's still a steep jump. You feel me? So I just really don't associate myself with them type of people at all. That's how I used to associate with them type of people. That's why I'm giving that analogy. With them type of people, that's why I kept them people in my circle for shit like that. But when I seen that I was still being punished, I just let it go and I let God do his work. Because again, I was still seeking vengeance. And vengeance is not ours. Thus said the Lord, it is the Lord's. Let me see. Yeah, they all miserable. Everybody dating and fucking on everybody. And like I said in the previous past, all that fucking and sucking and all that materialistic dumb shit they was going for ain't hold no weight at the end of the day. And they all still got to pay the price. They all still got to pay the price. No matter how they was involved. Yeah, see, they don't have no protection like you. Ain't no archangels and all that protecting them. They under the protection of them those entities that they summoned. See, they jumped ship and chose sides when they decided to conjure up entities in the spiritual realm to work against God's chosen people. So now you getting entities and people on the other side. You waging spiritual warfare. So now the battlefield, the playing field, the games, the rules, the regulations, all that shit changed when you switch the realms in which you choose to war against other people. Physically warring against people comes with certain consequences and certain repercussions, as well as warring with someone in the spiritual realm. Yeah, that's exactly right. And then be the main reasons why they doing their own family like that. And that's why they don't want you to know that. That's why they don't want you to know what it was all about. The powers that be put your people up to do what they have done unto you. Do you understand now? Thank you. Thank you, Omega. Thank you. Y'all better look at these gems that's being dropped down here in this chat. See, that's what they really don't want to talk about. That's why this shit is such an epidemic now in the family community portion of shit, because that's what families are doing. They're sacrificing their own family members to these organizations for money. Been doing it. It just wasn't as talked about in the past as it is now. But that's what it's all about. That's what it's all been about, the love of money. That's why they say the love of money is the root of all evil. Because when you fall in love with money and money rules everything around you, this is the type of shit you'll do to make sure you keep money around you. Exactly. That's why they don't want to talk about shit. They kept you at a distance, kept you away from certain people. Because everybody that knew what was going on weren't willing to keep it a secret from you. Some of the people who knew what the fuck was going on wanted to tell you what the fuck was going on. And them is the very people who they damn sure made that they kept the fuck away from around you so they wouldn't get snitched on. But end up getting snitched on anyway because the Lord told you. Now, that's what it's all about. Mm-hmm. See, God gave them let them obtain everything they feel like they needed to obtain to get them wherever the fuck they was trying to go. And right before they got where they was trying to go, God pulled the damn rug from up under everybody. God shattered the foundation. God shattered the foundation that all this shit was standing on. And now they want to blame it on you. And again, why are they blaming it on you? Think about that. Why are these people blaming this shit on you? Because it was all about you. It was all about you to begin with. It was all about you to fucking begin with. Somebody in fuckboy energy. I'm trying to keep these cards in order. Okay. Nasty sex in reverse. They was out here having tantric sex, conjuring up and chanting shit while they fucking other people to tap into your energy, to put spell work on you, because you know while having sex, love is the most powerful energy in the universe. Let's start there. But when you're having certain type of sexes and you're doing that chanting and you agreeing to whatever these people are speaking over you while they inside of you, is a form of manifestation. It's a real stronger manifestation. It's a real strong form of magic, whether you're using it in a good way or a bad way. That's why sex is so sacred. That's why God said you're not even supposed to sleep in the same bed with a woman who's on their period, because again, that is the most powerful time that a woman has to manifest in their life, when they're on their cycle. And that's why they should be left alone and not covenant in that time. Not only just because their body is cleansing itself out, but because of the spiritual power that comes around that time. Your cousins, your aunties, your mamas, your daddies, your brothers, everybody. Yeah. Somebody is in their motherfucking feelings. Somebody's in their feelings over you. Yeah. I want to make up for lost time. Do you trust me? Love yourself first. Whoever the fuck this is a hell fucking no. Whoever this person is that's coming back, that one out of their feelings for you, this is the person who strung you along, ran away from you, put you in fucking disheartening situations when it came to playing with your feelings and your emotions and your fucking heart. Do you still have love for me? Gorgeous. The karmic divine feminine. Like I said, this could be your mother, someone from your maternal side of the family. Whoever these people are trying to motherfucking coerce you. This is extortion. This is spiritual extortion through emotional manipulation. Yeah, a Leo. Your mother is a fucking Leo. Do not trust this bitch. Whoever mama I'm talking about, don't trust this bitch. Tell that hoe, put some respect on my motherfucking name, bitch. Put some motherfucking respect on my name. She's saying, if I can't have your life, you can't have your life. If I can't have you under my control, you can't have you under your motherfucking control. And nobody else ain't gonna come in and control you. I'm the end all be all. I gave your life, and I'm the one that's gonna ruin your life, or I'm the one that's gonna control your life. Whatever the fuck. Your mama feels like she's the one who's in control, and she the one who running the show, and that's just what it is. That's what it's gonna fucking be. See, she thought she was gonna set you up. She wanted you to get killed overseas. Your mother wanted you to die on a travel accident. She was setting you up for whoever this motherfucker that came up here in the beginning, they got a reading on you to verify what your mama was saying about you. This warlock up here, he was put in place in your life to set you up to take your ass out the country and unalive you overseas. To make it look like it was an international trip accident or some shit. No, 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 no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Child, this shit about to piss me off. Y'all about to... I want to show you off to my family. So this person may be a foreigner. They may not be from where you're from. It could be from another city, state, country, whatever. They wanted to take you to meet their family, and they was going to off your ass on that motherfucker road trip. You weren't going to never meet it. You weren't going to never meet their family. That's how they was going to lure your ass into agreement to this shit. And let's not leave out that the motherfucker look good, smell good, talk good. That's how he was able to get your ass in the beginning, because he met your quote-unquote type at that time. This motherfucker player from the motherfucking Himalayas. That's all this was a fucking whoremonger. And he knew how to use his whorish ways to get you into agreement, to get you in a compromising situation, put you in a compromising position to where it was like you made that choice to get in that car with that person. So it was nobody forced you to do it. You did it on your own. And you see what this card say? Hell no. Don't your ass go nowhere with this motherfucker here. Don't you go nowhere. It won't just a no. It was a hell no. You better not motherfucker go nowhere. Yeah, because your motherfucking mama, this karmic ass. Oh, I can't even. Your karmic ass mother, this karmic divine feminine right here, set you up with this motherfucking karmic ass masculine. It was all a setup. They all tied together. They all in cahoots. They all working with each other. If everybody coming in your life doing the same motherfucking thing, you should have been able to put that piece together in the puzzle by now. They all tied into one another. If you ain't figured it out until today, from this day moving forward, next time you come into encounter with somebody and they start off doing the very fucking thing that the last fuck motherfucker was doing in your life, that you eliminated out of your life, they was sent. Somebody sent them. Ain't no way in the fuck you just gonna keep meeting random ass strangers that's coming in and doing the same damn thing. Yeah, you mean the world to me. I mean, this motherfucker's a smooth operator. Boy, this motherfucker know what to say and how to say it now. You can bet that. But your mother set your ass up. I'm too good to be dealing with your BS. And you know it. And you fucking know it. And that's what you told him. And see, that's why they mad. They want to strangle your ass. They want to grab you by the throat like Homer used to do Bart and just shake the shit out your ass because you keep figuring their ass the fuck out. They can't never get your ass right where they want you, right where they need you. They can't never corner your ass. You always slip out at the right time but the wrong time. Every time they come in to try to rebuild your trust, there you go. There you go. Finding out. Figuring out some shit. Will I ever be good enough? No, bitch. Not on this type of time. Not ever will you ever be good enough. No, not to mess with my collective. No, ma'am. See, now they want to make you feel bad for not choosing them. They want to make you feel bad for judging them for their faults, for judging them for being just who the fuck they is. A fuck boy. Yeah, I want you to have my baby. That'll make me feel better. Bitch, fuck you and your wants. Yeah, kinky sex. Don't let this motherfucker open up Pandora box on your ass. Don't go over here sexually experimenting with this motherfucker who trying to take your ass out. Hell no. Let him go find somebody else to explore sexually with. Tell them to leave your ass out of that shit. You're not here for sexual exploration. You ain't trying to figure yourself out sexually. You fine with the level of sexuality or wherever you at right now sexually. You fine right where you at. Tell them to leave you the fuck alone. Cause this is gonna be a hot fucking mess if you let them open your ass up and turn your ass out and turn you on to some shit you ain't supposed to be doing. Certain sex is not meant to be had because it's demonic. Yeah, I slept with one of your family members. See, you. That's why you can't trust this motherfucker. This motherfucker probably fucked your mama. Yeah. Yeah, that was the investment, the sex. That was the handshake between this person and your mama. They laid down and fucked. So therefore, when he come and fuck you, she can soften your energy through this nigga Juan because she done already fucked on him before he came fucking on you. Oh, Lord. My hair. I just feel my hairline receding as I speak, y'all. I rebuke it in the mighty name of Jesus, and so it is. Oh, Jesus. Who is this? Nicholas? Who is this? Nicole's Faithful. Yes, baby. My email address is queenlisachronicles1111@gmail.com. Send me an email, baby. I'm gonna check my email for y'all who been asking for these readings and stuff. I'm gonna check and I'm gonna look for you now. If y'all can't find my description, y'all can't see in the description where I have my information listed. My email information is queenlisachronicles1111@gmail.com. Okay. All right now. But yeah, see, these motherfuckers been investing in fake ass tarot readers, like I said, who has been tapping into your energy without permission. Not only putting themselves in a fucked up situation with the Most High, but that's what's fucking this whole shit up. People are doing shit they do not have authorization to do to you and others. You are not first, but I promise you, you will be the last. Yeah, these people who got mother wounds and shit. Parents done passed away at a young age and shit like that. Or they disconnected from their parents. The parents may be alive, but you might as well say they dead because they ain't got no relationship with the parents and shit like that. This person who's doing this has mother issues. They are a motherless adult, or they was a motherless child. They grew up into a motherless adult. You feel what I'm saying? Somebody drop it in the comments below and pin it. Let me see if I can't do it. I can't put it in the chat. Somebody drop it down in the chat below. Pin the comment. My email address, queenlisachronicles1111@gmail. Somebody do that for me if you don't mind. But y'all drop it in the comments and I'll pin it. Somebody do that for me. Drop my email address down there in the comments and I'll pin that comment, okay? But who is this? Louis, you been going off, Louis. Louis, you been going off down there in that chat, honey. Yeah, this motherfucker going to marry you. Don't do that shit. It's a demonic soul tie. It's a demonic binding ceremony that's really going to happen. And God ain't going to bless this mess. You ain't going to make it to the motherfucking altar with this person here. This is a demonic trap. Don't you fucking even consider that shit. This person has mother issues, mother wounds. Meditate on this shit. Meditate on this shit. Yeah, you are going to be a millionaire. Why would you want this shit tied? Are you the one in my card reading? I don't know, Louis. Is the shoe fit word, baby? I don't know now. But you is going off now. You going off down there. But yeah, you need to meditate so you can keep your eyes focused on the prize that God has before you. Yeah. Will you forgive me for my past mistakes? Fuck no. Because what you don't know will kill you in this instant. Family secrets and shit that they trying to hide from you. That they fucking on your mama, fucking on your auntie, fucking your grandma. The way the grandma's days in these days, hell, you become a grandma in your motherfucking 30s. Yeah, this person is not good enough for you. They are not. And when you meditate on yourself and you meditate on the situation, it's going to be reiterated through your meditation. No, they do not. Well, Louis, if you are what you came to be, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. Thank faking on social media, but I know who you are in real life. Yeah, that's the whole fucking audacity for you when it comes to this person. Like you saying to yourself every time you may see or get wind of what this person is doing on social media to get public attention, to get their little 5 seconds of fame or whatever the case may be. This is a lie. This is a lie. You feel what I'm saying? You know what they doing in real life because they did it to you. You experienced this person in the flesh. So what you see the traps that they set to reel in other people. All right, Lewis, be careful now. You don't come in here try to tell me about me. I ain't ask no questions. I ain't asking for no reading. I ain't asking nobody to tell me what I am and what I ain't. I'm secure. I got that under control. I know who I am. So keep that to a minimum. I don't need that now. I mean, that's your opinion. If you don't like it, you can leave anytime now. Anytime. Yeah, this motherfucker trying to get coochie off of the shit they doing on the internet, and it ain't working for them. No. Yeah. They tried to put spell work on you through writing their name and writing your name and they draws and shit like that. It ain't happening, Captain. It ain't happening. These motherfuckers is resorting to desperate, nasty ass measures to bind themselves to you after you already done cut them motherfucking loose. Low key. Period. Dot the fucking end. That's exactly what the fuck they doing. And if you allow them to do that shit, if you allow them to get off on your ass like that, only therapy is gonna help you. Therapy with the Lord, aka meditation. This motherfucker need therapy in real life. This is not an opinion. This is not an opinion. This is a message that I'm delivering straight from the source. If you think it's an opinion, that's your opinion. Everybody got opinions just like they got assholes. Now, whether you show yours, that's on you. But you getting real close to showing your ass. And you're going to find out what happened with two people who come over here and show their ass. You the one over there thinking that you can read someone and you can say something over someone and claiming to be something that you aren't and this and that and the third. You right. That's your truth and that's what you sticking to. That's cool. But again, your truth is not my truth. We different, clearly. But anyway, if you live with this motherfucker, you're gonna have another karmic baby. And I told you that earlier in the reading earlier that the birth of karmic beings is coming to an end. That shit is gonna come to an end. We're not doing that shit no more. You feel what I'm saying? No more karmic babies are gonna be born in. It's enough that's already here. That portal is being closed, and the portal that's being opened up now is for the ancestors and the gods to be reborn. And so therefore, these karmic connections are being exposed to be destructed and disposed upon and disposed of. So therefore, the Holy Spirit can re-enter into these wombs. The entities that are in these wombs from people laying with these demons are going to be cast out. These wombs are going to be cleaned and cleansed so that they will be able to hold the soul of a divine being. You feel what I'm saying? That's why women are barren these days, because their womb is fucking filthy. Yeah, I got pregnant to get you for your money. See, that's that shit that they say is strictly for women. We ain't even talking about no woman right here. The woman is the victim in this situation, and there's a fuck nigga that's trying to come in and trap the divine goddess with a fucking baby for the money. That's what I'm saying. You got to put the pieces together as they present themselves, and don't remix it and add extra colors and pieces to the puzzle or the crayon box. You feel what I'm saying? Accept things as they are. Stop trying to deceive your motherfucking self by believing how it's best for you to receive it. Sometimes you got harsh truths and realities have to be received just as well as the easy ones. You have to be able to take the good with the bad. You feel what I'm saying? You can't act like ain't nothing bad ever gonna happen. Bad things happen. There's levels to this bad shit just as well as there's levels to the good shit. But you can't take what you want to take and leave out what you don't want, because sometimes the very things that you leave out be the very things that you... So be careful of the meat that you're consuming and the bones that you're spitting out, because you could be spitting out things that you need to retain, but you spitting it out because it don't feel good going down. It don't taste good. Hell, medicine don't taste good, but you still got to take it if you want to heal, right? All right, keep that in mind. All right, some of y'all need to meditate with y'all crystals. Yeah, I told all your business to keep you from leaving me. They thought that if they could shame you into being with them. They could condemn you with your past, shame you from wanting to be with anybody because they're exposing your past. It's like that's where I was. I done been there, done that. I have elevated from that. So you can't shame me with some shit that I already fucking did. You can bring it back up and try to make a muck of the shit, but at the end of the day, you have to be okay with yourself, with the things that you have done, the things that you have made it through, and be okay with hearing people talk about the shit. Because as long as you process it, you heal from it, you dealt with it, and you moved on from it, it doesn't matter no more. People still talk about Jesus, and how long have Jesus been dead? Okay then. So don't let what one person eat make you shit. One monkey do not stop your motherfucking show. It don't matter what people's opinions are of you, how they feel of you, how they want to weaponize your past against you. That means nothing. Nothing at all. If you allow it to affect you negatively, it will continue to affect you negatively. But you have to build up a defense system against people who try to weaponize you against you. You feel me? Yeah, I'm tired of running from this. Let's work this out. You better not motherfucker settle for no dog ass motherfucker like that. That's why meditation is very key and important right now, because there's things that you need to be kept aware of that these motherfuckers is trying to slip through the cracks with, and if you fuck with them, you gonna miss it. That's why you don't fuck with your past. You don't fuck with people who you don't walked away from. That's why it'd be crazy to me, and I'd be confused when the motherfucker do that shit. When I see that shit take place, and I'll be like, what? Like, for example, I done seen a group of girls fall out, beat each other up, take each other down, tell everybody business, tell how many motherfucking times that they done did this and caught this and did that. And it's like, but y'all gonna be friends in a week, so what the fuck you tell all that shit for? Now you gotta walk around embarrassed, hide yourself till motherfuckers forget about it, denying, remixing this shit every time somebody bring it up. Because ain't nobody gonna forget that shit. They just gonna put it in the back of their mind until they get into a position to where they can mention that shit. And when they mention that shit again, what you gonna say then? You done already put your business out there. So be careful. Be careful with that shit, for real. Exactly. They're trying to keep themselves out of being put in that position by constantly keeping their foot on your neck and keeping motherfuckers disgusted with you. So motherfuckers won't have time to be disgusted with them or question the motherfucker who's talking about this shit. And this motherfucker's a cheetah, pumpkin eater. These motherfuckers stay in the trap house. They ain't got nowhere to stay. I'm speaking to a Gemini now. They're trying to act like they ain't no dog, but they is a dog. They is a motherfucking dog. That dog card came out in reverse. They are a dog. Just they are a dog. Yeah, and it's because they want what you got. They feel like they can do it better than you. They feel like if they were to swap distance with you and they got your abundance, they would be able to triple it and make more money than what was meant to come to you. They could flip it. Who is this? Can we give this another chance? Everybody want a second time around. Second time around. No. The fuck? Yeah, they just want to come and have nasty sex with you. Down goes Frazier. Louis didn't want to shut the fuck up. He didn't want to keep his mouth closed. He wanted to keep running his motherfucking mouth. So, I had to show him where he could go with that shit. Right, don't nothing get past the Most High. You could lie, manipulate, you could do whatever the fuck you want to do, but it's all being seen. Somebody's always watching you. Somebody's always hearing conversations that you think ain't nobody hearing. Somebody's always seeing shit you doing that you think nobody ain't seeing you do, and it's the Lord catching your ass every motherfucking time. You too busy making boss moves to even reconsider allowing these people back into your life. Because again, you didn't forget about what made y'all fall out in the first place. That's the main thing about it. You didn't forget that. So it's like, bitch, if you don't get your motherfucking ass on right the fuck now. Yeah, look, we got Aquarius. Lady in the red dress. See, here go another one coming in and approaching you as a whore. Everybody's coming in leading with a dick in their motherfucking hand because everybody's on that type of time. Everybody's trying to fuck you into submission and to allowing you for you to allow them to come in and ruin your life and steal your abundance. That's why you need to keep your legs closed. You don't need to be fucking right now because these motherfuckers is trying to fuck you into submission. They trying to fuck you up out your paper. They trying to fuck you out your position. And that's metaphorically and literally. So don't fuck with these people. They're trying to steal your celestial knowledge. They're trying to steal what you know spiritually so they can weaponize it and keep, misusing and abusing the spiritual realm. Yeah. Always in the mix, trying to hide that that's why they always in the mix. That's why they always on the scene, always so opinionated, always got something to say because they're trying to see what they can provoke a motherfucker to say. They want to provoke you into anger so that you can release what they really came to get. They want you to tell on yourself. They want you to go and get all celestial on them and smite them in celestial language when they ain't doing shit but fucking taking notes so they could go back and try to do the same fucking thing or re-rock that shit to they liking or whatever the fuck they needed to do with it provoked you out of. You feel what I'm saying? Don't let people play with you like that, for real. These people know exactly what the fuck they doing. Yeah, these people won't raise right. And instead of being like you won't raise right neither if you want to be honest with you. Not with your family treating you and doing you like this, especially with your mama not fucking behind, out here fucking behind you. You damn sure won't raise right by the right type of people. But again, it's all about how you allow your trauma and your pain to overtake your life. What are you going to do with that? Yeah, they dump that shit in your lap, so what you going to do with it? And most of y'all threw that shit in the trash. You said, oh, you dropped it. Let me put that in the trash for you. Boom. You feel what I'm saying? You didn't hold on to that shit. You didn't allow that shit to overtake you. You said, oh, nah. Let me put that shit where it go. In the trash. One man's trash is not another man's treasure over here. Especially not with this bullshit. Not the motherfuckers living in dirty ass motherfucking houses. See, I mean, cleanliness is next to godliness. So if you always go to somebody's house and shit always dirty, smell like just smell like cigarettes and smell like this and smell like that, it's because God don't reside there. God don't reside in them type of places. You can't create a hell for an angel to stay in and think the motherfucking angel gonna stay. No, ma'am. These people are frauds. They're fraudulent. Thank you, Kathleen. Thank you, baby. I see you now. I see you down there. Who is this? Yeah, again, another fatherless individual. See, these people are acting out because they did not heal themselves where they were lacking. So they want to pack themselves up off of the back of you because they refuse to put in the work to get it on their own. That's why I'm telling you, these people are attacking you for things that you wouldn't even think a person want to attack you for. They are attacking you just simply because you know how to exist with things that others deprived you of. You went and got it on your own. You went and got it for yourself. You went and put yourself in a position to where you could take care of yourself. You could give yourself what these people refuse to give you, and you still made it. That's too hard for these people. That's why they steady trying to steal it from somebody else, because they feel like it was stolen from them or wasn't given them. So that gives them the right to go and steal it from other people or prevent other people from getting that. AKA these karmic ass kids that they having. Saying, oh, well, my parent deprived me like that, so I'm deprive my child like that. Shit, my parent didn't give a fuck about me like that, so I ain't gonna give a fuck about my child like that. What the fuck is wrong with you? You have a mental malfunction. Something is wrong, bitch. It ain't just the drugs neither. These people have mentally handicapped themselves by keeping this stupid ass mindset. So now they may have once upon a time had sense, but they've been dwelling in this energy for so long that it depleted the sense that God gave them. And so now when they're trying to get back and think like they used to think and have the wit about themselves that they used to have and sense that they used to have of themselves, they don't have it no more. They destroyed it. They done destroyed it. They let the evil consume those special parts of them and destroy it. And now they're not able to get back to it. And now they want to be mad. You got Aries here. You got badass kids. I'm trying to tell you. That's why there's so many badass fucking kids around here. Because we thought it was bad when we didn't have parents to raise us. What the fuck you think going on now? And especially with this shit, we didn't have all this influence when we was growing up. That's why I believe we was able to survive. Because what's so common was not common when we was growing up. All this common ass shit, that's what's destroying these motherfucking kids. And that's why these kids is possessed at such an early age. Like, we didn't see demonic possession in younger kids. We saw it in maybe middle school, high school kids. But not the babies. You feel what I'm saying? Not parents getting their ass whooped by their children and coming to the internet crying out for help because their children beating their ass because they won't buy them some shit they seen on fucking line or whatever. It's like, these children are believing in this false reality too motherfucking deep because they don't want to go outside. They don't want to experience life. They don't want to do nothing. They want to consume themselves with the devil. That's what it seems like. It seems like these kids are purposely seeking out Satan because they don't have no guidance. And they said, well, fuck it, I ain't got no guidance. So I was already put in hell, so I might as well just go straight to hell. You feel what I'm saying? And they don't have nothing to hold on to. They don't have nothing stopping them from driving the damn boat straight to hell like we did. We had a community. We had villages back in the day that would save us from ourselves. We had motherfuckers who gave a fuck beyond the point where we gave a fuck. And damn near forced us to give a fuck until it was, you know what I'm saying, normal in our lives that we gave a fuck about ourselves in the ways that we should and carried ourselves in the ways that we should. These kids is missing that. And when they try to, when people try to give it to them, they reject it. Because it's only coming from one source. It's not a whole community of it. It's very spotty. It's very in and out. So it's not easy for these kids to grip onto. It's easier for them to push it away than to receive it. You feel what I'm saying? The same way they forcing this bullshit down their throat is the same way people need to enforce the right things down these kids' throats, and they need to parent them. That's why I feel like it should be rules and laws to prevent people from having babies the way they having them, misusing and abusing having babies and shit. It should be stipulations put on that shit. Like, if you have a baby under this age, you and your mama going to jail. You and your parents going to jail. If you get pregnant under this age, y'all going to jail. I bet you motherfuckers will stop with this fucking fraudulent planting babies and shit. And even still, when you become adult, you cannot conceive children under these pretenses. If you got pregnant off a one night stand and the other parent is saying that they don't want the baby, and the reason why the mother is saying she want to keep the baby is proven to be false or some made up shit, the baby should be forced to be put in the care of in the care of a loving home. You feel what I'm saying? Put somewhere where they won't be used as a weapon. Those type of people should not be able to keep their motherfucking kids. You feel what I'm saying? Shit like that. I bet you people stop fucking having babies when they realize they can't keep that baby under them pretense. When they realize even still when you putting a baby on somebody should be illegal. Putting a baby on somebody should be fucking illegal. Because again, I feel like this epidemic that we're in of these karmic children being born won't stop until something is put in place to keep these people from procreating under the circumstances in which they're procreating. That shit is not right. It's weaponizing. And weaponizing anything is wrong. Yeah, all these toxic relationships and shit like that. I feel like, again, too, if you have a domestic violence case between you and someone else, I feel like you shouldn't be able to have children. If injuries was caused behind the domestic violence dispute and it had to go to court and it was a messy fallout in court behind a domestic violence dispute. Them two people should not be able to create life together. If they get pregnant together, the baby should be placed in a loving home. And it shouldn't be with either side of the family, the father side of the family or the mother side of the family. That baby should be solely removed from both them parents and placed outside them parents' reach. They should not be able to reach out to their children until the child is of a certain age, and even then, it's still the child's choice of whether or not they want to even go that route with these people. Because I feel like children should be known, should grow up knowing why they are here. That's another reason why these children are so entitled and feel like shit is being given to them, is because some of these children know, and in their mind they feel like they're right for demanding what they are owed, demanding it from the wrong people. See, it's a whole lot of displaced things going on because of the displaced energy in which they were created in. And if you find a way to eliminate that shit from happening, then all this shit right here will stop happening. These type of adults would cease to exist. And you wouldn't be dealing with this shit at grown ages and stages in your life. And that will also help cleanse the fucking dating pool. But what we're talking about is these children that grew up in these environments. These children that were had as pawns and were weaponized against the other parent, or weaponized against one side of the family and the other. That weaponizing children shit is what got these grown motherfuckers reenacting this shit and doing dirty work like this against people, because they were used as weapons as well. So now they found out, well, if I was weaponized against my will, I might as well continue it and weaponize myself for my pleasure. I was used for other people's pleasure for so long. Let me misuse and abuse myself type shit. Girl, let me get the fuck out of here. Not these motherfuckers trying to excuse this motherfucking behavior and validate and say, I'm tired of that. Ain't no validation with that shit. We got business owner. We got queen. We got, I try so hard to let you go, but I just can't. Yeah, because you keep moving the fuck on. Yeah, this toxic ass Scorpio. They can't let you go. Oh well. They played their own motherfucking face trying to play your motherfucking face. Now that they suffering you, stuck with the memory of you, the thought of you, and try to make you out to be a community hoe, and they just that, a community fucking hoe. They just wanted somebody to pass the torch off onto. They wanted somebody to pass off that tainted view of them off onto, and they chose you. Bitch, wrong motherfucking plan. Right plan, wrong motherfucking man, my bad. Because what you do, throw that shit in the garbage. You didn't embody that shit, bitch. Garbage. Garbage. Shit, bitch. Yeah, that's what throwing in the garbage is. Returning it back to sender. Garbage. It's like Nino Brown be saying, grapes, garbage. Yeah. What do you bring to the table? See, you don't have to answer these motherfuckers what you bring to the table. You is the fucking table, the house, the foundation, that the fucking house sitting on, all that shit. And they want to try to say that you was a scammer. I'm sorry. Yeah. They want to try to say you was a scammer because how you living your life, and they can't figure out how you living your life that way. So they just want to go around randomly accusing your ass of being something the fuck that you not. I'm through with this. I'm tired of talking about this. I'm tired of talking about this shit. This shit is getting under my skin, child, real bad. Because the audacity is all. I'm gonna just say this, and I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna get out of here. Everybody's up in arms about this shit because they are being exposed. You removing yourself completely on all levels from this community of people is what's having everybody scuttering and stuttering and scrambling around trying to figure out how they gonna keep their shit together before they lose it all. And they losing it before they can get to that point of recouping what the fuck they could have potentially lost. They have no safety net. It's like somebody cut the bottom out of the motherfucking bathtub, or cut the bottom in the motherfucking hole, cut a hole in the bottom of the bag, and they just keep filling the shit up, and the bag ain't holding shit. And they looking like, well, damn, how we gonna patch this hole? Now that the bat has fully exploded, they don't even have nothing to put the energy in to contain it, to make it, a usable source for the community anymore. They just can't handle your energy no more. Your energy cannot be contained by these people anymore. It cannot support the community anymore. It can't do nothing for these people no more. And that's why they're trying to come back to you and start this shit up again. Let it fucking go. Don't fucking start this shit up with these people no more. Let me see what y'all saying down here. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. I'm proud of y'all. You better tell them. You better tell them what it is and what it ain't. But my darlings, my loves, these are the messages that I have for you all today. And until next time, my darlings, peace.